All right. Hello, hello. Welcome all, and welcome to the Virgo May 2022 reading. So, if you guys don't already know, my name is Tara. I'm with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. And if you want to know a little bit more about me or check out my readings, go into the description box down below and check out my website. But maybe also while you're there, sign up for the newsletter. I don't play the spam game, so I literally send out a newsletter at the first of every month, and it's full of witchy goodness and books I'm reading and channels that I'm watching and herbs that I'm using, and sometimes there's a lot of recipes in there too, so maybe go check it out. And also, Desert Cauldron is having its 1 year shop anniversary on Beltane, so on May 1st. So stay tuned for that. We're going to see what we'll do for some special goodies for the shop on that day. Also, all the other information for my Patreon, all that good stuff is down below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this Virgo reading. So, sorry, I'm like, whew, still cooling off from the dinner that I literally just inhaled. I'll maybe give you guys the recipe towards the end. So stay tuned if you want my little like oatmeal semi risotto recipe. It was really, really good, you guys. So oatmeal for dinner. Hey. Okay, so I would like to cast a circle just so that, you know, the energy is nice and clear, the area is nice and clear, and we can get the best and clearest messages for our best and highest good. So I'm just gonna light this candle right here, just pulling in all the elements, and right now pulling in the element of fire to help to cleanse our space. And having this Palo Santo stick, we're bringing in the element of air, plus that smell good energy. All right. And next, bringing in the element of water, just helping again to cleanse the space. This is a little bit of my moon water. A little bit on me too, which feels kind of nice because it's like still 90 some degrees outside and it's 7 in the evening. All right, then I'm busting out a bit of the earth element, and this is my mosasaur tooth wand. So yes, definitely one of a kind, 90 million year old dinosaur tooth. Hey, might as well use it as a wand. But I put an Ethiopian opal on it, and let me tell you, this has some grounding but powerful energy. We created a few for Desert Cauldron. We have one left, but that's it. I mean, like, where am I supposed to find more dinosaur teeth? Unless I become Indiana Jones. All right, so I'm going to call in the elementals over off to the right, which is the north. So here we go. Calling in the elemental energy of the north to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elemental energy of the east to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elemental energy of the south to cast our circle today. Calling in the elemental energy of the west to help us to cast our circle today. All right, our circle is cast. Let our work begin, and so it is. Cat's like, you're so creative. Well, thank you. I was like, you know what? That tooth looks like it could be a wand. Okay. Lastly, I just want to incorporate a little bit of sound. I think that helps to kind of break up the energy in the room as everything gets cleared out. Gotta love those bowls. All right. Jonathan, hey. He said, and so it is for sure. All right, let me have a little bit more of my La Croix. This time I'm trying out the key lime. We try to try a different flavor every time we go to the grocery store, so. This water really does taste like key lime pie. Like, seriously, it's so good. It makes me want to make a key lime pie. Okay, kitties. Let's dive into the decks that I'm going to be using for today for Virgo. Hello, Virgo. Actually, my mom is a Virgo, and my best friend's wife, Tamika, is also a Virgo. So, hey, Virgos. All right, I'm going to use the Daily Crystal Inspiration deck, the Essential Oil Oracle cards, the Playful Heart Tarot by Kitten Chops, And of course, my Wally's World Oracle, Butterfly Love Child said, Virgo rising unites. All right, so all the Virgos all up in this room. That's my little Wally Wally toe there. If you guys are interested in my Oracle deck, the link is down below. But I'm also going to use my Witch's Tarot. Jonathan, Virgo Sun, hey! These are the backs of those cards. Yeah, my mom's a Virgo Sun, and yeah, my friend Tamika, yeah, she's a Virgo Sun too. Universal Folk Oracle, and then lastly, I'm going to use the 100 Ink Animals. And this was an indie deck that I got a while back. So the backs of those. The thing with drinking the liqueur though, with all the bubbles, I'm going to try to not burp while I'm on camera today. Okay, so like I said, just had a fabulous dinner. So I'm like decompressing from dinner. This little teeny kitchen gets so hot and it's like 90 degrees outside. Okay, I have a little spread that James and I came up with, and it's a Taurian spread because we're going into Taurus season. However, although the theme of it is based on Taurus energy, I think that the questions are really good for all of the zodiac signs. So that's why I'm using it for each of the zodiac readings this month. Okay, so let me pull all of these cards for our little monthly reading here. And then we'll go into some specific areas afterwards. We'll go into some opportunities and some blocks that we may encounter this month, the month of May. And then we have an opportunity for the viewer's choice poll. So everybody who's actually in the chat today will be able to vote on one of two questions that I'll pose to you guys, and then I'll pull a card for it. We'll do a bit of a healing, and yeah, oh yeah, and I'll share that recipe with you guys from tonight's dinner, because I think that's rockin', and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need to write it down. Jonathan said, Taurus rising here. I just burped for you. Thanks, bro. All right. Okay. Oh, Jonathan, by the way, while I'm pulling these cards, I don't know if you saw, but you know, my boyfriend James, whose Instagram is @lightofriga, Riga with a Y, he posted his malachite skull, and we both thought like, oh, Jonathan needs to check out that little scully. We love us some malachite around here. It matches my nails, by the way. Do you want to see how well it matches my nails? Boom. Check out this dude. Hey Barbara, this is Virgo Sun and Taurus Moon as well. What's up? But yeah, Jonathan, I thought you might dig this guy, and guess what? He is for sale. Yeah, he's a lovely dude, and you came to mind when we're putting it online. Okay, so let me take these cards here and shuffle these out. So the questions that I am posing are, Angela said, hello and blessings everyone, hope all is well. Hello, hello. And Jonathan's like, so pretty. Well, hey, you know, you could always DM James and see if you can bring him home with you. Ange, hey, this is Yay Virgo. Look at all these Virgoins in the room today. All right, so the questions that I'm asking here for our little spread is where we have an excess of abundance. So Virgo, where do you have an excess of abundance? Usually we're always trying to pull in abundance, but where might we have an excess of it? All right, and then pulling a card for where our boundaries could use a little bit of work, and where our boundaries are strong. Keep it up, keep it up. And since Taurus is known to really work well with others, then Virgo, I ask you, excuse me, yes, that was the liqueur, how you can form stronger bonds with others. And then a Taurian trait Virgos can embrace. Okay. And then also, just for a little extra, because, you know, who doesn't want a little extra in their monthly reading, I'm going to pull an essential oil card for you guys. And what's fun about these cards is sometimes they have the essential oil on there, or it has the energy of an essential oil, and you can kind of, you know, pick and choose from your own oils the oil that you think best matches that energy. So, you know, those of you that like to work with herbs and essential oils, you know, hopefully you'll find this beneficial. You know, something that you can utilize for the month based on the energies and the theme and all that jazz. And then next and last, I'm going to be pulling a crystal card here for you guys. So, you know, those of you that work with crystals, perhaps you can work with one of these more closely this month, in the month of May. Okay. And that is that, and that is that. And next we have some La Croix, and we shall get started. Key lime, baby. Okay, so let's go into the theme card. So from my Wally's World Oracle, oh, interesting. These are actually the doors to the Vaticana in Roma, so the Vatican. I took that when I was out singing opera, actually. Yes, I was in an opera out in Italy. So let's tap into what our theme is then, Virgo, for this month. Okay. So many interesting themes for the different zodiac signs. Like the first, well, Taurus and Aries had a similar theme going on, but yesterday when I was reading for Leo, it was all about waiting, you know, making a Leo wait, like DMV energy all month long for them. But for you guys, the energy just kind of, you know, just lightly touching kind of each week of the month of May for you guys is the feeling of not enough time, like being left behind, like, oh my gosh, running behind schedule. And the thing that came to mind was the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, like, I'm late for a very important date. So it's kind of that rushing energy just to catch up in May. And I know that, you know, a lot's been going on. We're almost midway through 2022, if you guys can actually believe that, which means that my birthday is coming up in June. Hey. You know, it makes sense, this kind of rushing, catching up, because it seems like there's so many activities that we've started, so many creative projects, so many things to do, so many decks coming out that it's like, oh, I'm just trying to catch up. So let's see, let's go back here. Everybody's saying hello. Oh, Jonathan said, have you seen the Radiant Crystal Cards Oracle? Such a great deck. I haven't, but I'll definitely check it out. Ange says, I love my Wally's World Oracle. Hey! Woo, woo. Angela said, what deck is that? So pretty. Is Mother Mary part of it? I don't have Mother Mary in this particular deck. It's actually scenes from, it's from our community, and you know, myself and my family and everything, we all came together to add images of our favorite personal sacred spaces. And then you have this portal of roses that kind of takes you in. So no passport needed. You can travel all over the world with a deck in your hands. Let's see. Jonathan says, I walk through those doors. Dude, it is just, you know, even though I wouldn't say was really raised Catholic. I think there was like a Catholic portion in my family's upbringing. It was like, hey, let's try out this religion, because there was really no like religion in my household. And so, but still being able to walk into a place like that is just amazing. All of the art and everything is just like, ah. Oh yeah, I did. I grew all of the roses that are in this deck, you know, so no clip art here, you guys. All right, so let's take a look at our very first question. Virgo, wherever it is dancing in your chart, your sun, your moon, your rising, and the planets, somewhere else, maybe you got Virgo friends and you're just trying to understand them. Where might you have an excess of energy? And we have the 8 of Cups. Okay, Virgo, I gotcha. Okay, so right now, and this is just right now, this moment in time, where you guys might have an excess of energy is not having, that's funny because it goes with this card, not having time for that right now. You know, where there are people who feel like they are, you feel like they are wasting your time. You know, people that are just kind of making you wait longer than you should, kind of beating around the bush. They're not being straightforward with you. And you guys have an excess of, you know what, I ain't got time for this. I have other things to do and I don't have time for you. So it seems like that's where the excess of energy is right now, is the, I don't have time for this mess. I don't have time for this drama. I don't have time for this person. I don't have time for this. Okay, I have so many other things on my plate, so much else to do. I'm running behind schedule. I'm gonna be late for a very important date. Ange says, Virgo hates nothing more than people wasting our time or lying to us. Well, there you go, right there. So people like, yeah, so, you know, especially those of you guys that have Etsy shops and things like that. Yeah, could you hold that crystal for me, or you know, whatever it may be that you guys sell? Could you hold that for me? I'd like to get a box going, and then you know, take some time to get the box going. Yeah, I can't pay for it right now. Could you hold on to it for 6 months for me, and then hopefully I'll have the funds by then? And you're like, you know what? I don't got time right now. Angela says, don't rush around too much, everyone. Stop and breathe a little. Feels like everyone is rushing too much. Yeah, and that's just definitely, I think, the energy in general. And that was the message for a few of the other zodiac signs was, I know some of you guys are like, ooh, 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 especially Gemini. But for a lot of people, it's the slow down, and for very good reason. So we don't get burned out. I mean, we're barely getting halfway through the year. We still have a whole other half of the year to go. So we're gonna need energy for that. Okay, boundaries. All right, Virgo, let's check out these boundaries. Jonathan said, exactly. I've totally been dealing with too much of that lately. All right, where could you guys maybe help out the boundaries just a little bit? Where do they need a little bit of help? Oh, Page of Swords. And that's actually a really cute Page of Swords. Okay, give me just a moment with this one because it was like a bunch of messages at once. I just want to get it nice and clear. Oh, this might be for some specific Virgos out there. So Virgos that have children, or perhaps you don't have children, but you consider yourself like a really awesome auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa, what do you know, whatever it may be. Well, if you're a grandma, you probably do have children. So, you know, but you're around kids. Okay, where the boundaries may need a little bit of help is around children. You know, before I became a teacher, a high school teacher, like I would spoil kids rotten. I mean, I still kind of spoil kids rotten, like, you know, my friends' kids, and you know, I'm like the cool auntie and stuff like that. But it would be like I would do everything I could to make sure that the kid wouldn't cry. You know, the child wouldn't cry. I didn't like to see tears. I didn't like them to be sad and upset. So I would just like give, spoil, spoil, spoil. You know, just whatever you want. Like, I just want you to be happy. You should be a happy kid. And then when I became a teacher, when I first became a teacher, I was like just out of college, you know, very early 20s, and and I didn't know what to do when students are like mad at you, and you're like, but that's the rules of the classroom. Like, you know, I didn't know what to. Now I'm older, and I'm that's like, listen, kid, that's just the way it is. So it's fair for everybody. So maybe Jonathan's like, yep, 8-year-old son here. So yeah, maybe just when it comes to children, I know that we, for the most part, all of us have like a soft spot for kids. You know, we want what's best for them. We want to see them happy and joyful. We want to give them all the things. We want to make sure that they have a better life than we did. But sometimes we could overindulge them because we maybe want to make up for a childhood that we didn't think was all that awesome. So we compensate by giving more and more and more to them to make sure that they are constantly happy, which is not, you know, feasible, you know, to be happy 24/7, you know, for no human being. So just maybe think about that, you know, boundaries with our own children, other people's children, children in general. Barbara said yes. Okay, so with that in mind, let's take a look at where your boundaries are strong. Okay, we have the moon. All right, Virgo, my little Virgoans. When your intuition tells you something, when your gut is telling you something, there is nobody that is going to tell you anything else. You know, if somebody says, go down that dark alley, and your intuition is like, no. Somebody said, oh, come on, what are you, chicken? You're not going to go down that dark alley? No. So Virgo, when you know something, you know something, and for the most part, you're not going to budge or give into peer pressure or, you know, trying to appease other people when you know that your intuition is definitely telling you this way or that way. And just like Virgo intuition is strong. So yeah, you guys in this department, oh, which by the way, you match my shirt. You guys in this department, ain't nobody going to tell you anything other than what your intuition is going to tell you, especially when it's speaking so loud and clear. So that's awesome. So definitely utilize that throughout this month, especially when we're in this like rushing energy. Make sure that your intuition is on point, you know, with that. Jonathan said, yep, dealing with boundaries with my son and his neighborhood friends. Oh, you know what? I remember my mom, like I said, she's Virgo. Like she wanted to butt into any issues that I had with other kids when I was growing up. Like, you know, I was teased and things like that because I was tall. I was always a very tall girl, tall and skinny like a stork. So, so I got made fun of, and so my mom wanted to be the one to like then like yell at the kids and yell at their parents. It's like so embarrassing. I was like, but I understand that like nurturing energy, you know, and jump in with that. Let's see. Jonathan said, not only am I a Virgo, my soul card is High Priestess. Talk about intuition powerhouse for sure, dude. Wow. Andrew's saying that can be interesting. That is really interesting. Okay, so let's look at bonds. No, not jail bonds. No. We're talking about forming stronger bonds with our fellow human. Okay, so we already took a look at where we might have an excess of energy. You know, people wasting your time. You guys don't have time for that. You know, maybe working on the boundaries when it comes to children, having a soft spot for kids, but also realizing you guys are pretty strong in the intuition department and your boundaries are also pretty on point with that. So going into how you can form stronger bonds with others, we have the 10 of Swords. Nice. Okay, so what I was getting with that is when there are people, perhaps these are people that you work with, maybe there are people within your household that really push your buttons. Perhaps they're wasting your time. Perhaps they are jerking you around. But you know that these are people that you can't just buy Felicia to, because number one, they live in your household. So these might be significant others. These might be, you know, other family members that may live with us. Or if this is a work situation, these might be people that you actually work with. And unless you're the boss, I don't think you can just go around firing people all willy-nilly because you don't like them so much because they're wasting your time. So perhaps maybe just taking a little break from certain folks, especially when you can't just peace out on them. Take a break. Why are you feeling this way? And then think about how you can communicate this to this person when you feel a little less, you know, up here. So coming back, having a little bit of a talk, and saying, this is why I was feeling this way. You know, next time, could we not have this happen? I'm just a Virgo. I, you know, have this thing about time, and my time is very precious. And maybe you're a person that's a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more Taurus, a little bit more easygoing and slow going. Is there a happy medium? So maybe building happy mediums, maybe not be all you and not all them, but a little happy medium in order to build those stronger bonds with people, especially when they're people that we can't fire and we can't peace out and we can't buy Felicia. Okay. All right. So then let's go into a Taurian trait that Virgo can embrace. Let's take a look at this. Okay. The Four of Pentacles. Okay. So Taurus, who I just read for Taurus, I guess a few nights ago now, Taurus knows how to take care of themselves. They are very good at, just indulging, and they're good at rest. They're good at taking their time. And they're also good at knowing when to hold them, know when to fold them. They're definitely like that. So that might be an energy that you guys might want to try to embrace this month, especially if we're in this rush energy and you feel like you're trying desperately to keep up. Then that if something's got to give. You can't be running around all the time and expect there to be, an infinite amount of energy coming out of you. At some point the car runs out of gas, and even an electric car runs out of electricity. Okay. So think about where you can maybe hold back a little bit, energetically, being very mindful of your emotional energy, being mindful of your spirituality, making sure that you're spending some time in meditation or doing your spiritual practice, and really relishing that time. Try not to speed through your meditations. Try not to speed through your mental health care, speeding through your self-care. So really taking time out for you throughout this month. So that's definitely a wonderful Taurian trait that you guys can embrace. All right. Let's see. Let's go back here. I missed some of these. Angela said, ooh, that picture is cute. Jonathan said, I have that Taurus ease ingrained in me from my Taurus rising. All right. So yeah, you got the best of both worlds then, dude. Okay. Those of you that like to utilize essential oils or herbs, let's take a look at this. Oh, so this one actually is an essential oil that maybe you can utilize, or you can use this in herb form, but it's rosemary. It's all these purples, you guys. You notice that there's a theme of purple. Not only am I wearing purple, but like purple all up in these cards. That's awesome. Ooh, purple even in the shirt here. So you guys are High Priestess, crown chakra to the max. All right, it says here, wisdom. I see the bigger picture. You are moving towards a deeper level of understanding, from knowledge to wisdom. Take time to absorb the lessons. Well, la-ti-da, because it looks like, you're going to have to slow down at least a little bit this month. You are going to have to kind of reel in some of your resources for self-care and mental care and all of that, so that you can start to absorb some of those lessons that you're receiving, that wonderful intuition that you guys have. It's just, look at all this purple, you guys. All this stuff is coming in, but you need the time to decompress, to kind of, unfold it and try to understand it, take it in, and then move on to the next thing. Let's see, Angela said, purple for amethyst, royalty, healing. I heard once amethyst was once more valuable than the diamond because it was considered in some ancient cultures to have fallen from heaven. I have heard of that too. And well, you know what? I would take amethyst over diamonds any day. Jonathan said, I'm wearing my purple Chariot wearable crystal grid necklace as well. Dude, Chariot is one of my faves, seriously. And I have a rosemary bush in my backyard. Well, there you go. Utilize some rosemary, or try to make your own rosemary essential oil. Angela said, same here. I love amethyst. Yeah, I was thinking one day whenever I do tie the knot, if I were to get a engagement ring or whatever, I would say anything but a diamond. It could be amethyst, could be, well, hemimorphite. It could be, any number of those colorful, beautiful, high vibe stones. But that's just me. Okay, a crystal then you guys could utilize. Ooh, turquoise. beautiful turquoise, and it ranges from that kind of green to blue. And it says, prioritize your health, Virgo. You're running around trying to get everything done, you know, as if it's going out of style. Please take time out for yourself. Take time out for your health in all the ways: physical, mental, spiritual, emotional. Angela said, Alexandrite is amazing too. It changes from wine red to emerald green depending on light and temperature, and does this naturally. You know what, Angela? I had an Alexandrite ring. It was an Art Deco ring. It was actually my grandmother's. Unfortunately, when my house got broken into, that was stolen. But I do remember how beautiful it was, and the fact that it changed colors depending on the lighting. And I called it my mood ring. My grandmother was like, it's not a mood ring. But it was supposed to go along with, you know, because she's Gemini. Actually, a good chunk of the family is Gemini. So, you know, she was born in June, and so she had a lot of Alexandrite laying around. Jonathan said, this is starting to feel like a personal reading. I love Kunzai as well. Angela's like, how dare they make it back to you? I know. So, well, I hope someday my, I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to find that ring again, but it was a beautiful ring. I think of all the things that got taken, that's the one thing where I was like, I would like to just have that back. Okay. All right. I think it's time that we delve into some specific areas for you guys for the month of May. Let's really get into some nitty-gritty. Let's look at health, wealth, love, and career. All right. And for that, I'm going to use my Witch's Tarot. Okay. All right, Virgo, let's take a look into your health for the month of May. Any messages regarding Virgo in health? Virgo health, Virgo health. And let's take a look at Virgo wealth, Virgo wealth, Virgo wealth. Virgo's love life, ooh, la-ti-da. Virgo's love life, and Virgo's career. Here we go. Okay. Okay, I'll put those away and get these laid out in front of me here. Okay, let's take a look into health. So, 7 of Swords. Okay, Virgo. I'm getting more of this being attuned to your mental health as it's connected to your spiritual health. So we know that you're highly intuitive, and you're going to need to, you know, work on those downloads, you know, take some time out of your day for some journaling, for some meditation, even if it's not a long period of time, just some time for that, because it's definitely going to help out with your mental health. But also, whatever mental health care rituals you do to kind of keep everything nice and clear, unclouded, you know, relieving tension and anxiety and all of that, definitely work on those things, because if you keep pushing yourself to the max and you don't take, you know, some of these messages to heart, you know, taking the time to rest, I do see a lot of issues involving the head. So migraines, headaches, just stabbing pains, pressure, feeling foggy in thought, you know, which would make somebody feel even more anxious and like, why, you know, why can't I think of this? Or all of a sudden you feel like you're getting more forgetful, starting to forget, you know, your own kid's name. Like you know who you are. You know how parents would get sometimes. But I just see you not being at the top of your game as you could be if you would just take care of yourself just a little bit more, especially, like I said, your mental health and the spiritual health connecting with it. So I think that those two specifically are kind of piggybacking on each other. So definitely find out what you can do to take some time to get a mental break. I think even sometimes when people are doing like some self-care rituals and they're sitting in the bathtub, they're like, oh, but I did the whole bathtub thing and I had the bubbles and I had the candle going. What were you doing when you were in the bathtub? said, oh, well, I was filing my taxes and then I decided I was, gonna do all the stuff that I was doing on Instagram, and then I had to get back to this person. I thought I would just do a couple of work things while I was there. Then, dude, you're not relaxing. That's not relaxing. You're just doing work, but you happen to be in a bathtub. Like, so definitely focus on the mental health for the month of May. Okay, so let's take a look into wealth. And we have the Death card. Okay, so what I'm getting with this card is very interesting. This is about your investments. So I don't know what you guys do for investments. Some people do money market. Some people are investing in precious metals. That's me. Some people are investing in crypto. They're, wherever it is that you guys are doing your investments, I would say try to branch out a little bit more, so maybe you've always just done your investments in this one thing. Well, could you try something else too? If it doesn't work out, then obviously, pull your money back. But I do see kind of, it might be time to branch out and try to get more for your money. Yes, we're all working hard, but we want our money, wherever it's sitting, to work hard too. So maybe don't just let it sit in the savings account or the checking account, but see if you could do something else with it. Like I said, like crypto and precious metals and, all of that, money market, stock market. I don't know. It's all kind of up to you guys, but I do see it might be time to do a little bit of investing when it comes to your wealth. A little bit different investing than maybe you're used to. Okay, and it doesn't have to be a whole lot. Like I said, not everybody's made a buku buck, so. All right, let me have just a little bit more water. Key lime. Okay, so let's take a look into love. What does the love life have for Virgo this month, or the month of May? We have the Four of Wands. Okay, so again, I don't think this is for all Virgos out there, but definitely a good majority of you. So this is a wonderful time, and I'm actually seeing this not really for the people that are just casually dating or the people that are already in a marriage or something like that, but I see this as actually a wonderful time to perhaps do a little bit of hand fasting, maybe tie the knot, so to speak. And those of you that maybe are on the other side, are in a long-term relationship, I think some people are having their anniversaries coming up in the month of May. And so definitely take time, those people that are having anniversaries coming around. Well, we have the anniversary of Desert Cauldron actually on May 1st. But I'm talking more like relationship anniversaries. I would say to celebrate, here's an idea. Try and go back to something that you guys enjoyed when you very first started dating, and maybe even going to the very first place you guys went out on a date, or if you still have the clothes that you wore, for when somebody proposed, something like that. But I do see kind of going back in time a little bit and bringing a bit of that nostalgia into your anniversary. And then, like I said, on the other side, I think this is a wonderful time for maybe people to pop the question. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. Lastly, let's go into career, Virgo. All right, career. We have the Chariot. All right. In this, kind of the energy I'm getting out of this card is when it comes to many of you, your careers, whether you work for yourself, you work at home, or you work for somebody else at, a particular place, there might be kind of, you've hit a crossroads. Should I stay or should I go? Is this where I really want to be? And I'm not saying you have to make any decisions in the month of May. I just think this is a really good reflection time. May is a really good time for reflection. Like I said, I don't want you guys, burning extra energy, this month. Really take time for yourselves. But I would say this is a great check-in time to see if what you're doing still fulfills you, still helps with the bills. It's still a place that you want to come to every single day. You know, you're happy to do it. It's in alignment with yourself, or maybe it's not in alignment. And if it's not in alignment, how is it not in alignment? You know, so definitely another journaling session. But when it comes to career, this is a great time for you to pause and do some reflection about where you've been in this job, where you are now, and where you see yourself going. And it's good to do this every once in a while. And since we're almost mid-year, I mean, now's as good a time as any. Okay. All right. I would like to go into then a possible opportunity and a possible block that all our Virgo friends may encounter in the month of May. And for that, I'm going to utilize the Universal Folk Oracle. There we go. Ooh, so it's possible opportunity and a possible block. Okay. All right, let's take a look at blocks first. So a possible block that we may encounter. And by the way, it kind of looks like the comments had frozen. So if you've been commenting, but I don't see them, I think they froze. Okay, so a possible block here, it says healing again with the purple, you guys. I'm telling you. Amethyst up the wazoo. It says healing, cleanse, hydrate, dissolve, purify. If you don't take care of your energy this month, if you keep trying to rev the engine, you know, redline it every 2 seconds, you guys are going to burn out. Okay, something's got to give. You know, either it's your mental health has got to give, your emotional health is going to go out the window, you know, you're going to not have enough time for your spiritual time, you know, all of these things. Just keep that in mind, that if you are putting all of your energy into go, then what are you sacrificing in return? It's probably pieces of you. And gave all the purple hearts. So yeah, definitely don't allow your feelings of FOMO, I'm being left behind, fear of missing out, I gotta get this done, lead to, you know, health issues or, you know, just all kinds of energetic chaos. So really take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. All right. Going into the opportunities that you may have. Jonathan also thrown up some hearts. Opportunity that you may encounter for the month of May. And here we have messages. And it says synchronicity, memory, mind, healing. Again with the healing. Really though. I love these cards. They are so beautiful, by the way. The artwork. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, Virgo. When it comes to your opportunity for the month of May, if you decide to take some of these messages that you have heard today, taking care of yourself, realizing when you're redlining it and deciding to lay off the throttle just a little bit, it will leave you open to having more time for those spiritual downloads. Like we said, you're already a highly intuitive person, highly intuitive peoples, okay? You are very certain about your gut instincts, but it's very hard to feel those gut instincts or to hear your intuition, your higher self, if your mind is constantly preoccupied with other things and that you're constantly pushing your energy elsewhere. Then where is the energy for the messages supposed to come from? Okay, so you have an opportunity for some lovely messages this month, and I do believe that these messages are directly related to your finances. Remember I was talking about investing, maybe doing something a little bit different with your money? Well, you're going to need to listen to your intuition on that one. You know, no financial advisor or tarot reader, or anybody's going to be able to guide you as well as your intuition. Okay? So leave yourself open for those messages, you guys, which means taking care of your health. All right. Oh, yay. We are in that point of our little program here where you guys get to vote on the next question that I pull a card for. So this is the viewer's choice poll. All right, viewer's choice. Okay, for that, I'm going to utilize my 100 Ink Animals Oracle deck. But here are the two questions. So I'm going to have you vote with a red heart emoji or a green heart emoji. Or if you don't have access to emojis, then just type red heart or green heart. Okay, here we go. The first question, if this question resonates with you and you want me to pull a card on it, vote with a red heart. It says, April showers bring May flowers. What lesson must be learned before my next biggest manifestation can come to fruition? Again, the question is, what lesson must be learned before my next biggest manifestation can come to fruition? That's a question you like, you go ahead and vote with a red heart. But here is the second question. What outer truth am I ignoring? Okay, the question again is, what outer truth am I ignoring? If that's a question you would like me to pull a card on, then please vote with a green heart. All right, you guys, cast your votes. So red hearts for the first question, green hearts for the second question. All right. And already popped in with the red heart. Barbara's also got a red heart, and Angela's got a green heart. All right, so we got 2-1, 2-1. We'll take more votes. We'll take more votes. I'm just getting all these nice and shuffled for you guys, but keep on going. Keep on voting. All votes count. I get so thirsty. Okay, so again, red hearts for the question, what lesson must be learned before my next biggest manifestation can come to fruition? And the second question for a green heart is, what outer truth am I ignoring? Okay, we'll do a 10-second countdown. See if these are all the votes. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey! All right, so let's take a look at those votes again. So again, it was 2-1, so we have majority red heart. And again, that question was, what lesson must be learned before my next biggest manifestation can come to fruition? All right, let's ask our animal allies here, our 100 ink animals, to help us, answer that question. Sorry, the soda has a lot of the water has a lot of carbonation in it. I'm like, okay. All right, so let's see here. Ooh, we have snake, rebirth. Okay, so give me a moment to tap into the animal energy so that we can get our message for this question. Okay, well that was fast. All right, so here it is, you guys. Before the next biggest thing can come, we need to shed once again some limiting beliefs. They're basically old beliefs about ourselves. So once, just like a snake has kind of outgrown almost its outer skin, it needs to shed it. And it's almost like a brand new snake. And the same thing with you guys. We're constantly, even our cells are constantly, living and dying. There's a whole cycle going on right inside our bodies, inside our blood, inside our whole lively system here. But also on the outside, we're growing, we're changing. Maybe our fashion style hasn't changed in the past like 2 decades, but definitely maybe our beliefs have changed. The way we see ourselves has changed. Our healing, there's a lot of healing that's taken place in, like, let's say those 2 decades. There's a lot that has changed that is not always apparent just by looking at somebody. Maybe somebody's had the same hairdo, same fashion style, but the way they interact with others, the way they see themselves, their self-confidence is totally, it's heightened, it's better, it's almost like a new them, same personality, but like just a brighter version of that same person. So before the next thing can come into your life, you really have to think about, what are you still holding on to that isn't really a part of your reality anymore? Because if we continue to hold on to it, how can we move forward and get that new thing if we're still living in the old thing? So that's really what's holding us back right now, is the inability to move forward just due to being blocked by those old beliefs about ourselves, or things that we were told, and things like that. So it's time to shed your skin, you guys. Yes, yes, once again, time to shed that skin. Okay, I would like to do a healing with you guys. So I have my little tongue drum here, and I'm going to place that right here actually. And if you don't mind, I would like to take you guys through a guided meditation. And really my intention for that is to get you guys in a nice quiet space, a nice centered space, so that you can really focus on the things that you would like to bring in the month of May, and the things that you would like to release. Perhaps it's some of those, that old skin that maybe you want to release in order to bring in some more manifestation, or the next big manifestation for the month of May. All right, so that's my intention for you guys, but I want you guys to work on the intentions that you would like to bring in and the things that you would like to release. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and walk you guys through a nice little grounding, and then I will play my tongue drum for you guys. It won't be very long. It'll probably be just like a minute or so, but just so you have this time for yourself. Okay, so go ahead and find a comfortable space. You could be laying down, you could be sitting on the floor, sitting on a pillow, sitting in a chair. Just make sure that you're nice and comfortable, nice comfortable position. And once you have found that comfortable position, go ahead and bring your awareness to your breath. Where do you feel your breath in your body? Is it mostly in yourself breathing into your stomach? Is it diaphragm? Is it deep? Is it shallow? But bring your awareness to your breath. And also feel throughout your body any sensations that you have. Are you feeling tired, energetic, achy, caffeinated? How are you feeling? Where are you feeling it? Continue breathing, feeling the rise and fall of your chest. And on your next inhalation, I want you to take a nice deep breath, a full-bodied breath, all the way into the lungs, the diaphragm, and the stomach. Totally fill it up. Pause at the top. And release. A full exhale, belly button to the spine. And breathe in again. Sit up nice and tall. Release. And on your next breath, think about what do you want to bring in the month of May? Do you want to bring in that manifestation? Do you want to bring in an energy of calm, of slowing down, of self-care, gratitude? What do you want to bring in? And as you exhale, what do you want to release? Do you want to release old beliefs, old ways of viewing yourself, releasing tired energy? You think about what you would like to release, and continue breathing this intention in and breathing out that which you want to release. Continue breathing in and out. Nice and rhythmic, nice and slow. There is no rush. And now, if you can, let's do a bit of visualization while you focus on your intentions. Visualize roots coming out from your legs and your feet. And these energetic roots are going down into that fertile soil, Mama Gaia, of terra firma. And the roots twist and turn and tangle, and they are met with all the other root systems on this planet, both energetic and physical. Plant roots, tree roots, the energetic roots of animals, of crystals, all the other human beings on this planet, and all other energies. And you mingle and twist and turn, and you are feeling these other energies as you make your way towards the core of the earth. It is warm and comforting at the core. This is the heartbeat of Mama Gaia. Go ahead and wrap your roots around her core. And this time, as you breathe in your intentions, I also want you to breathe in that Gaia energy all the way through your roots, all the way up through your legs, all the way into your entire being. And as it fills your entire being, this Gaia energy shoots out your crown chakra all the way up until it is met with source energy. This awakened source energy comes raining down in this bright white high vibrational light. Source energy, which you are a part of, but you are also a child of Gaia. And this energy comes down from your highest chakras, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down your roots, and source down into the core of Gaia. And you have this wonderful opportunity to be a lovely conduit of both source and Gaia energy. And these two energies are mingling within your body. They are filling every soul within your body. They are helping you to remember your best qualities, your best traits, and the best ways for you to shine, while also reminding you of places where you can heal so that you can grow and glow that much brighter. And take your time to breathe this in. And as you are doing so, I'm going to point the camera down, and I'm going to play a little bit of the drum for you guys, but you guys go ahead and continue breathing and continue visualizing. All right, you guys, go ahead and bring your awareness back into your body. You can wiggle your fingers and your toes. You can open your eyes back up if you wish. But yeah, I thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed our little mini healing meditation session, and I hope you enjoyed the reading for the month of May. I'm gonna put a little YouTube poll out again on Thursday for the weekly chat, so definitely check that out. But I'm also going to do a little zodiac poll probably in a few days for how you guys would like me to continue with the zodiac readings kind of moving forward. Do you like them individually? Would you like all of the zodiac readings in one giant live chat? You know, how would you guys like it? So let's see. Ange said, thank you. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. But I would like to go ahead and close up our circle for right now. So I'm going to grab my little candle and you guys go ahead and make a wish. There we go. Your wish is granted. And I'm going to grab my Mesa sword tooth. Let's go ahead and close up that circle. So again, starting at the right, which is the north for me, thanking the elementals for bringing us into this space. And remember that even though people may be watching the replay, you are still in that energetic space because energy doesn't know space or time. All right. So thank you to the elementals of the north for helping us to cast our circle today. Thank you to the elementals of the west for helping us to cast our circle today. Thank you, elementals of the south, for helping us to cast our circle today. And thank you, elementals of the east, for helping us to cast our circle today. Our work is complete. As within, so without. As above, so below. Merry meet, merry part. Merry do we meet again. All right, and so it is. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, I appreciate everybody who popped into the chat today. I know it's after dinner, so everybody's kind of busy doing stuff, but I thank everybody who came in, who was commenting. I thank you for all the thumbs ups and the shares. Thank you to my subscribers, and thank you to those who have been donating through the PayPal me or the super chats or the super stickers, and to my patrons, thank you so much, because this is what I do, and I am so grateful that I have the ability to be able to do what I do for a living, and I have fun doing it, and I love just community and connecting with you guys, hence all the live chats. So anyway, to my patrons, thank you, Michelle, Surian, Brandy, V Love and Crystals, Samara, Kirsten, the Silver Wheel Witch, Kayla, Brian, and Jason. Thank you all so very much. All right, I will catch you guys later. Don't forget to check out maybe some of the other zodiac readings for your moon sign, sun sign, rising sign. Yeah, and I will catch you guys, well, some of you guys maybe tomorrow night. All right, 7 p.m. I will catch you guys later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. Good night, guys.